Hello, welcome everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the first episode of the Made in Bangladesh show. Really excited to start this new podcast, new series with you. এই সিরিজে আমরা প্রতিটা এপিসোডে একজন সাকসেসফুল প্রসপারাস বাংলাদেশির সাথে ডিসকাস করব অ্যাবাউট দেয়ার জার্নি, অ্যাবাউট দেয়ার সাকসেস অ্যান্ড দেয়ার স্টোরি। ঠিক সেই রকম আজকে একজন আমাদের সাথে আছে। সো উইথাউট ফার্দার এডিউ, লেটস ইন্ট্রোডিউস আওয়ার ফার্স্ট গেস্ট টুডে, Salehin of Nahian. Nahian, welcome to the show.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you, everybody?
Yeah, thank you, Nahian. Thank you so much for coming on to the Made in Bangladesh show. How are you? তোমার কেমন আছো, কি খবর বলো?
Been a while. So,
yeah.
When are you coming back?
ইচ্ছা তো আছে। এখানে এখন কানাডায় -20 degrees, so I would rather have winter in দেশে বসে একসাথে গল্প করব, আড্ডা দিব, ক্রিকেট খেলবো।
যখন I was outside just একটু আগে, winter is just falling apart. Summer is already striking.
Yeah. ভালো তো ইন আ ওয়ে, বিকজ এবার দেশে শীতটাও তো অনেক ছিল, দেশের তুলনায় 10-12 ডিগ্রি ইটস প্রিটি কোল্ড।
That's pretty cold.
Yeah, but I would still take that than -20 degrees here.
Of course, yeah.
Good time to catch up with you, Nahian. We've known each other for a while. I know that you run multiple businesses. You're a very successful entrepreneur. I am looking at your profile. You're director of your own businesses, multiple businesses. At the same time, you're the director of the Federation of Bangladesh Chambers of Commerce and Industries. At the same time, the Sylhet Chambers of Commerce and Industries. There's so many things that you do. আমাদেরকে বলো যে, who is Nahian really? What do you actually do? And how do you manage time for all of these?
Who is Nahian? I am Nahian, first of all. And of course, I'm a person who is more fun-loving, more who enjoys life, who tries to be in his own decision, who don't want to take some decision for which in short, basically, I would love I like it to be. I would like to put it in a way that Nahian loves people's happiness more than his happiness. So that gives me the energy and the positive energy, what keeps me rolling in my days. So yeah, I'm a full of life person. I am an enthusiastic person. I take life very positively. So that's Nahian, actually, other than the paper.
কিন্তু তুমি এত কিছু যে হ্যান্ডেল করো, দিনে 24 ঘন্টায় enough? When do you manage time to sleep? How do you tackle all of this together? How do you manage your time? এটা বলো.
You see, that's a concern, and I'm really struggling with time. 24 hours, really not enough. For maybe it could have been, it was enough যখন আমরা হয়তো বা ছোট ছিলাম বা যখন আমাদের জীবনে কাজ কম ছিল. Right at the moment, a part of the world into a modern world, and আমরা দেখতেছি everything is so much more detailed, and everybody is more. এখন যদি গাড়ির পলিশ করি, আমরা গাড়ির পলিশিং আমরা ডিটেইলিং খুঁজি, যেটা আগে কখন আমরা খুঁজি নাই. So in that way, I think we are really struggling with time. I'm really struggling personally with time.
কিন্তু at one stage, do you feel that you're taking on too many things? Would you have liked to kind of কিছু জিনিস একটু কম করে concentrate করতে better হতো?
Definitely. If there were less food on my bowl, it would have been much better, I feel. আগে বুঝতাম না, আগে it was like আমি নিজে থেকে enthusiastically জিনিসপত্র cover up করতাম. I used to be more positive, but as I'm aging up, I feel like things should have been more easier, and I'm really getting used to this less sleep. I'm getting used to insomnia. Insomnia is my normal thing. It's the new normal for me.
No, you're saying you're aging, but চেহারা একদমই নাই, Nahian. You still look young. You still look the same that I've seen 10 বছর আগে.
You know my age.
For the viewers, আমাদেরকে give an idea of what are some of the businesses that you're looking into or look after.
Well, I'm into construction. Mainly, our group has a number of concerns, number of we are into construction, we're into trading commodities, we're into trading construction materials, we're into hospitality industry like hotels. We are into ISP. We're also into the IT sector. We're also into the exchange, the stock exchange, or you call that the so we are into a different multi different things. Our group. I basically look into the construction side, and I'm also looking into the commodity trading. I'm solely looking after the construction side. Like amader family ta to ekhono joint family, as you know.
Right.
This is a blessing. যে এক একজন is responsible for একটা concern, যেটা হচ্ছে কি আমাদের ধরো তুমি আমার বাবা is looking after one, আমার চাচাস are looking after different, I am looking after different, আমার কাজিনরা আছে, আমার ভাইরা আছে, they are looking into different concerns. So that gives authority and energy for us to actually click everything well. So that is one thing. And আমি আরেকটা জিনিস, other than that, personally I'm looking into logistic business, যেটা হচ্ছে কি আমি নিজে করে logistics. I'm into logistics. I'm into restaurant businesses. I have a few partnership in a few restaurants in Dhaka. Not few, actually one. That probably would be my last. And also logistic. That's a big area যেটা আমরা আসলে মানে আমাদের বাইরে চিন্তার বাইরে। লজিস্টিক কুড বি এ বিগেস্ট সাপোর্ট। যেমন আমি এটা উদাহরণ দিতে যাই, একটা ইফ এ হ্যান্ডফুল নাম্বার অফ কি বলে এটা আমাদের একটা যদি পাথরের একটা টনের কথা যদি আমি বলি, এক টন পাথরের দাম যদি 10 টাকা হয়, লজিস্টিক মেক্স ইট 50 টাকা। So 40 taka goes in the loss. 400 plus comes into the logistics. So that's a really
a lot of profitability.
No, not profitability.
So there's a cost যেটা চলে যাচ্ছে। আচ্ছা right.
এখন আমি তোমাকে বলি, এই যে যেমন ধরো আমাদের রাইট নাও যে আমাদের ইয়েমেনে যে যুদ্ধটা হচ্ছে রিসেন্টলি ইন্ট্রোডিউসড, এর জন্য রেড সিতে উই আর নট বিং এবল টু অপারেট থ্রু রেড সি, যার কারণে ধরো আমাদের ফ্রেট কস্ট বেড়ে গেছে 40%। ধরো যে মালটা আমি আমার ফ্রেট ছিল ধরো 12 টাকা, ওইটা অ্যাড অন হচ্ছে কি আরো তোমার 8 টাকা, সো 40% বেড়ে যাচ্ছে। So automatically hamper hoche, and this is logistics. That's where logistics comes into play.
Very important. Nahian, you spoke about family. You spoke about tomader je different family members, tomar babara, tomar chachara, tomar cousins. So it's a very kind of family knitted business, and each look after each kind of diverse segment of tomader businesses. How important, now this is for general viewers as well, and I know that for you family is very important. You prioritize your family a lot, your wife, your children, your relatives is part of the close-knitted family. How important is support from family in terms of businesses or being successful in businesses?
Well, family, see, I have learned, my father is my idol. He's my biggest idol, and he's my biggest, support system. I have learned everything from him, and then eventually, you see, what I am today is because of my father. Is because of my chachas who taught me what business is all about. It came from there, and so of course, support from family is one very important key. So, যেটার কারণে আমরা হচ্ছে কি আসলে আমি মনে করি family tie up থাকা is very important. And একটা পর্যায়ে আমার মনে হয় কি আমরা যখন একা থাকি, we really need some people who you can trust,
right?
Even not only তোমার খালি family না, যখন you have friends who are like friendship,
they become part of the family, তাই না?
As well. It could be anyone. তোমার যে family হতে হবে, blood related হতে হবে তা না, কিন্তু you can trust people than your family. So alhamdulillah, I'm lucky in that way, and I have always got that sense of good bonding with people. So alhamdulillah, so supportive to me.
Yeah, absolutely. এখন তুমি আমাকে বলো যে there's a young entrepreneur or a viewer এখন who's watching your show, who wants to know about business, তোমার success story শুনতে চাচ্ছে, but their family or friends, যেটা তুমি বললা, it could be the same thing, but they're not being supportive of their ideas. How do they take their ideas positively? How do they overcome those challenges and show them that our idea is it has merits? And how do you overcome those challenges and be successful, although you don't have the support from your family and friends?
আমার মনে হয় কি ট্রাস্ট, you should have faith in your own self. So I will quote something: believing in yourself is the first step to success.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
যারা যে ভিউয়াররা এটা আসলে স্পেশালি এটা আমার ক্ষেত্রেও হয়েছে, ইউনো যখন আমরা ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আসি তখন কিন্তু আমরা ভুলটা বেশি করি। আমরা কিন্তু মনে হয় সব কাজ আমি করতে পারবো। So it's me who can do everything, who can achieve everything in this world. So
right.
you need to believe in yourself যে আমি এটা করতে পারবো। যেমন I'll give you একটা এক্সাম্পল। আরেকটা ট্রানজিশন কিন্তু আমাদের আসে কখন জানো? ট্রানজিশনটা আসে আমাদের বাবা চাচার সাথে, যেটা জেনারেশনাল গ্যাপ আমরা বলি। এটা আমার সাথে হবে, আমার ছেলের সাথে কিন্তু হবে। আমার বাবার সাথে, আমার চাচাদের সাথে আমার একটা কিন্তু জেনারেশন গ্যাপ আছে। এই জেনারেশন গ্যাপের they are a traditional business, they'll think traditionally, conservative চিন্তা ভাবনা হবে। Me, I'm more of a risk taker. I love taking risks. I love playing with fire. So you know, when I take risk, it gives me more positive energy to actually gain more. So that's one thing. যার কারণে আমার চিন্তাধারা কিন্তু আমার বাবার সাথে কখনো মিলে না, আবার আমার চিন্তাধারা আমার ছেলের সাথেও কিন্তু কখনো মিলবে না। সো আমি যখন ব্যবসায় প্রথমে ঢুকি, আমার কিন্তু আমার বাবার সাথে ইউনো পজিটিভ আর্গুমেন্টস হইতো। আমার বাবা বলতো না এটা হবে না, আমি পজিটিভলি বলতাম দিস ইজ দ্য ওয়ে ইটস সাপোজড টু বি, বিকজ ইউ নো দিস ইজ হাউ দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড ইজ moving today. You cannot think of what has happened in 1971 and you cannot judge something in 2021 or 2011. এটা হয় না। সো এই যে একটা মাইন্ডসেটের যে একটা গ্যাপ আছে, এটা আসলে আমাদের যত তাড়াতাড়ি কভার আপ করতে পারি আমার মনে হয় তত বেশি সাকসেসফুল হব। But at the same time we have to be respectful, because যত বড়ই কেউ হই না কেন ভাই, বাপের উপরে কোনো শিক্ষক নাই এই দুনিয়াতে, চাচার উপরে।
and then তারা তো তাদের এক্সপেরিয়েন্সটা শেয়ার করছে, তাই না? they have tons of experience.
উনি হচ্ছে কি আমার থেকে বেশি ধোঁকা খাইছে। আমি কি শিখছি আমার জীবনে, আমি কতটা ধোঁকা খাইছি, কত মানুষ আমার ধোঁকা দিয়েছে। my father has always been my বাবা চাচারা has always been protecting me.
Absolutely.
আমি কত ধোঁকা খাইছি। তো there are at times there are arrows shooting from me. বাপ চাচারা চার ভাই চারদিকে আমাদেরকে প্রোটেক্ট করে, হয়তো বা they have taken that on their shoulder that we don't even know. এরকম তো হইছে। So we cannot be cocky in that sense. আমরা এই জায়গাটাতে আসলে আমাদের আমার মনে হয় we have to be respectful there, but of course you shouldn't be opinionative and you have to also share your opinion, যেটা তোমার মনে হয়, তোমার belief system এ মনে হয় you can achieve. I have achieved in my life, alhamdulillah.
Absolutely.
I have been given a challenge by my father, my চাচা। So এই যে লজিস্টিকের যে ব্যবসাটা বললাম, এটা পুরোটা আমার আইডিয়া থেকে দাঁড়ায়। So it's a whole process. Never, you know, let you তোমার মাথায় যদি কোনো আইডিয়া থাকে, তুমি যদি কিছুতে you believe in something, at least give it a try. Don't say okay, if I did that day, আজকে হয়তোবা আমি আমার XYZ ফ্রেন্ডের মতো হইতে পারতাম। Don't do that.
Absolutely.
তুমি যেটা মনে করো, stick to your ideas and think about it, and you know, make a positive impact in the society. And সবথেকে বড় জিনিস হচ্ছে তোমার আইডিয়া, তোমার ড্রিম যখন তুমি চিন্তা করতেছো, make sure it's not always about you. It should be about others. যখন you think about others, automatically তোমার কিন্তু আসলে you'll start gaining for the মানে আমরা যদি broader aspects
কথা চিন্তা করি,
তখন তোমারও কিন্তু if ধরো তুমি আর আমি বন্ধু, আজকে যদি আমি বড় কেউ হইতে পারি, অটোমেটিক্যালি তুমি কিন্তু বেনিফিটেড হবা। তুমি যদি বড় কেউ হইতে পারো, I will be benefited. So we are social,
helping each other. Absolutely.
We need each other. That's very important.
Absolutely. Very well said, Nahian. Very well said. তুমি বললা যে বাবা চাচারা লাইফে অনেক ধাক্কা খেয়ে ধোকা খেয়ে আসছে। হ্যাঁ, let's talk about failures. We talk about successes all the time. Let's talk about failures. Tell me about a time or an example দাও যে when you face failure, how you overcome failure, and how important is it to face failure in life and overcome that?
Failing, you know, everyone tasted failure. You, me, my parents, my every business has failure. Maybe ekta na hole arektate. So I will not tell you where I failed and how I failed. Let's not go there.
No, let's not.
I'll tell you what it is about, especially for the young entrepreneurs. See, if you don't know how to fail, don't even think of succeeding. You need to fail first. You need to learn how to fail. You need to learn how to take criticism. Then success comes your way. And if you're successful, success doesn't come with a bed of roses, my friend. Success comes with a lot of criticism. So when you're successful, people will think about you. Je, ami kibabe ei jagay ashlam. The first thing, if you're rich, success er ekta to amra to ekta parameter ache. Success er parameter ki jodi onek taka thake. Number 1 point. Tumi jodi onek rich ho, the first thing
আসলেও কি তাই?
No. Let me tell you what it is. The first thing, when you're successful, when you have money, তখন মানুষ তোমাকে বলবে, okay, where is the source of his income? থেকে আসতেছে টাকা? So these are the thing, these are, take them as positive criticism. এটা দিয়ে তোমাকে আরো boost করা উচিত. So learn how to fail. If you don't know how to fail, the taste of success won't be spicy for you. And especially of this subcontinent, we, especially being from this subcontinent, this side of the world, we love spices in our life, and spice chara we need really to be successful.
Well said, Nahian, very well said. আমি একটা জিনিস জিজ্ঞাসা করতে চেয়েছিলাম যে মানে there's multiple businesses you started off or you've continued with your family. Some of the key challenges that you face on a regular basis, সেগুলো কি কি, especially in Bangladesh boli বা globally boli তোমার businesses গুলোর, what are some of the key challenges that you have to face every day?
First and foremost challenge, যেটা তোমাকে আমি একটু আগে বললাম, first and foremost challenge is the transition between generation. এটা একটু ডিফিকাল্ট হয়, এটা জেনারেশনেই হয়। আজকে আমার বাবার সাথে আমার হইছে, আমার বাবার সাথে নিশ্চয়ই তার বাবার হইছে, যেটা আমাকে কখনো বলবে না। আবার আমার সাথে আমার ছেলের যেটা হবে, ওইটা আমি বলবো না যে আমার বাবার সাথে আমার এই বিফটা হইছে। I'll never tell.
Right.
So জিনিসটা এভাবেই। So this is one of the biggest challenge. আর আমি মনে করি we live in a world which is globalized. Language barrier is one of the key barrier. We still face it, especially when you're I have a lot of business with people from China. These people, they don't want, of course I respect their feelings towards their country, their patriotism, that they don't want to speak in any other language than Chinese.
Okay.
It's very, and
Chinese bolo to me.
No, I can't. That's what I'm saying. So for me to do business with them, either I have to learn Chinese or I have to get an interpreter যে Chinese কথা বলে, তার সাথে কথা বলে, then but এখানে আছে language barrier becomes a key factor actually on the process.
Yeah. And especially the world that we live in now, it's so easy to connect with the rest of the world, to do business with every part, but it's important to language barrier কথাটা আসছে, respecting people, different cultures. আমি যেমন এখন I'm living in Canada, life is different, people সবার thinking is different from Bangladesh. I'm not saying ভালো খারাপ, but it's just different, people, cultures, everything's different. It's what you say can be sensitive in Bangladesh, may not be sensitive here, or the other way around. So there are things that you have to keep in mind when you're doing businesses across. I wanted to ask you, so you have a lot of businesses, but then apart from businesses, what do you like doing? I know, Tomar, you love playing cricket, and you're involved in cricket, but what else do you like doing apart from your work?
I think sports keeps me on my track and
keeps you sane.
Oh yes, it is a stress relief, my brother, and more than that, it gives me actually এখান থেকে stress relief হয় when you're getting the sound of the ball that you're hitting from your bat. These are the things that it keeps you going after having a very tough day. And of course I play tennis. I've been playing for a long time as well, so that's another thing. So it just sound of the ball hitting the bat or the racket gives me a feeling. It's really nice.
তুমি একজন ক্রিকেট কমেন্টেটর হলেও খুব ভালো হতো. I'm sure you would have done great in that. So the Nahian, the entrepreneur, Nahian who loves cricket, who loves sports, what is the legacy that you want to leave for your kids, for your family? What would you want to be remembered as, Nahian, as what?
Good human. That Nahian was a very nice man. He's been helpful to everybody, was never harmed anyone. Legacy, everybody will talk about their business, everybody will talk about what I have done, what I've achieved. He's achieved so and so award, so and so this, so and so that, but I've achieved this company, a company ta amar, a multinational company ta amar eto $1 billion stake and everything. No, these are not legacy. For me, legacy is you need to be a good person. when I die, at least দুইটা জেনারেশন হোক, আমার ছেলে এবং ছেলের পরের জেনারেশনটা আমাকে মনে রেখে দিস গাই ওয়াজ আ নাইস গাই, he's been
Inshallah.
helpful to everybody until his last breath. Bas.
I can vouch on that. Inshallah, that will happen. Hey, you're a lovely human being, and I don't think there's ever been a time that we think otherwise. So I'm sure your kids and tader bachcha kacha and your grandkids will speak about Nahian. Your legacy will stay on. Tell me something about Nahian now that people are surprised to know.
I'm pretty much an open book, no surprise. But yeah, when I talk to people like, especially my age people who are also associated with me in business or, different business communities, and ধরো বিভিন্ন জায়গায় আমরা যখন seminars and symposiums এ যাই, তখন when I talk about cricket, this is one topic I talk in every way. So when I talk about cricket, it's like I'm still I still play cricket. I bat and I bowl. They go, really? At this age, how do you bat? That's the surprise. Me as a sports person, people can't take it. I don't know, for some reason. Is it a shocker or a surprise? I don't know. But yeah, they're like, okay, really?
Oh, that's great. আমাদের জন্য it's not a shock because for us, I think cricket is more important for us. Cricket comes first above work, about business. So yeah, for us that's not a shocker. But yeah. Nahian, there's a follow-up question. Okay, you spoke about the language barrier. You spoke about when you're doing businesses globally. So the follow-up question is: do you think Bangladesh businessman or business person would ever grow to a point when you would be able to refuse to talk anything but Bangla?
You see, Ita, I wouldn't say it's a positive thing. Again, it is positive because it's being patriotic. It's a very good question actually. It shows how strong your fundamentals are, number one, and at the same, on the contrary, it shows that I'm not ready to accept you. Me being a foreigner, আমরা ধরেন we love people. আমরা বাঙালিরা কি আমরা মানুষকে পছন্দ করি। আমি কেন চাবো না মানুষ আমার সাথে কমিউনিকেট না করুক? I believe if you cannot communicate, no problem could ever be resolved.
Right.
Be it in your family, be it in your business, be it in any aspects of life, you have to communicate. এখন আমার সাথে যদি কমিউনিকেট না করে, তাহলে আমি তার সাথে ব্যবসা কেমনে করব? So that's good. That shows your fundamentals are strong. That as a Bengali, you should talk to me in Bangla. We have fought for our language, very true. But I think there has to be accommodation for everything. আমি প্রমোট করব যে আমার বিদেশি বন্ধুরা তারা আমার সাথে বাংলা কথা বলুক বা বাংলা শিখুক, but at the same time I know that I wouldn't like to speak in any other, say in French or in Chinese or in any other language other than Bangla. And since English has taken part of the world, we can't deny the fact, and so anywhere we go we speak English. So there's positive and negative to that as well.
আমার just একটা incident মনে হচ্ছে যে you can speak English in different dialects. I wouldn't want you to do that on the show, but just for viewers to know, Nahian can speak English in French dialect, in Arabic dialect, in Chinese dialect, but সবগুলো কিন্তু English. It's just different accents. But yeah, we'll leave that for another time. Nahian, let's move on to what something I call it's called the rapid response. Okay, I'll ask you 5 questions. You cannot take more than 5 seconds to answer these questions. The first thing that comes to your mind, tell me, and then I'll try and put a picture of you on a parallel universe. Okay, the first question, I think I know the answer to this. If you were Nahian the entrepreneur, what would you be?
Cricketer.
Okay. Which country would you be from if not from Bangladesh?
UAE. More specifically, Dubai.
Acha, Dubai Sheikh. Someone you would love to meet who has passed away.
That would be my grandmother, amar babar ma, and amar boro chacha who passed away 3 years back now. So these are the 2 person really.
Love that you answered this because a lot of people would say, famous people, jara, who we see, or actors and things like that, but just goes to show how close knitted you are with your family. Next question. What is your favorite kind of destination or holiday destination?
Makkah.
Okay. And your favorite food?
Syrian kebab. Basically, all of Syrian food.
Okay, great. Okay, so Jedam, first of all, so I'm trying to put you into like a parallel universe. So if you were Nahian from Bangladesh, the entrepreneur, if you weren't in a parallel universe, you would be Salehin F. Nahian, who's an Emirati cricketer from Dubai, who is currently at this very moment, you're sitting in Makkah having a Syrian kebab with your dadi and chacha, Boro chacha. Awesome. Just goes to show overall, Nahian, the type of person you are. তোমার ভিতর সেই religious জিনিসটা আছে, মানে Makkah, I think most people would say things like New Zealand or Bangkok and things, but your roots with your
I find
religion.
I find peace there.
Absolutely, and you'll find peace there more with your family members, the ones that have passed away. আমাদের তাদের জন্য অনেক অনেক দোয়া as well. Nayan, just a few follow-up questions, ঠিক আছে? ধরো এখানে কিছু viewers আছে, young entrepreneurs আছে, not necessarily young, but then there might be entrepreneurs who are people looking to start up their new businesses. People in different age groups start up new businesses. ইউনিভার্সিটি গ্র্যাজুয়েটস 20 থেকে 30 বছর হতে পারে, বা আমাদের এজ গ্রুপে 30 থেকে 40, or even older who want to start 40 plus. There's no harm in doing that. What would your advice, one very important advice, be to someone starting off a new business? And would your advice be different for different age groups? 20 থেকে 30, 30 থেকে 40 and 40 plus, তাদের জন্য কি different advice হবে in terms of their strategy?
No, I think we all fall in the segment যে আমরা we are starting new. নতুন কিছু আমরা শুরু করতেছি, right? So for that, I think you need to learn how to fail, and you need to learn to take criticism as a failure. আমরা যদি fail করতে শিখতে না পারি, as I told you before, we shouldn't be expecting the taste of success. Success is not a bed of roses. Success is all about plucking that rose from the garden with, hater moddhe kata katbe. So these are the things all filled up. So you have to learn how to fail first, and concentrate on success will follow, and follow your dream. Bhai mone ja ichha se koro. Success will follow. Don't run behind money. Money will run behind you. Try to follow your dream. Be a cricketer if you want to be a cricketer. Be a pilot if you want to be a pilot. Just ace your dream. Ar kichu na. Ace your dream.
But then a advice techie, does that change from someone who's in their 20s to someone who's in their 40s? Does it really change?
No, you see, we start at 20 or we start at 40, we will fail. No doubt we will fail. And if you're lucky, you don't fail. You're very unlucky. Your success will not sustain.
Right. You're not going through those stages and not learning from those mistakes, right? So those challenges.
কিন্তু আমরা অনেক কিছু অ্যাডভান্সড হয়ে গেছি, বিকজ our parents has put us in somewhere. আমাদের বাপ চাচারা আমাদেরকে এমন একটা জায়গায় রেখে দিয়েছে যেটা হচ্ছে কি আমরা we have not tasted much failure in life. এটার জন্য কৃতজ্ঞতা উনাদের. So yeah, you need to learn how to fail. Very important.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. We're very privileged kind of from our family side, but ওই ধাক্কাগুলো আমাদের ফেস করতে হয় না, and that is why it's they know a lot more than us, তাই না? Because they've faced those failures a lot more.
তুমি দেখবা major multi-million dollar companies or multi-billion dollar companies second generation-এ গিয়ে কিন্তু একটু ধাক্কা খায়, মানে ফল হয় কোম্পানির, মেবি থার্ড জেনারেশন গিয়ে শেষ হয়ে যায় কোম্পানিটা। তুমি আমাদের ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়াইড 4-5টা কোম্পানির নাম বলতে পারবা which has come like 4-5 generation, 4 generation maybe. Only one company came 8 generation, 9 generation, 10 generation, 9.
Because they're not facing those failures, not facing those struggles. Exactly.
It's very important to understand where we belong and where we come from. এই জিনিসটা যেমন আমরা যদি if you see you need that's why we have introduced corporate culture to keep everything binded up. So এটা একটা fact actually of the transition.
Fantastic words, Nayan. Great learnings, and it's so important to hear from someone who's successful, but yet you talk about failure, and yet to us, to many, you are successful. We wish you more success, but it's so important to know that the failure is important, not just success. Nayan, one last question. Made in Bangladesh show. It's a new show, and they like I mentioned, Amra, before we started off the show, I spoke to you about a few times about this. Jay, it's something where we share people like you share your journey, your successes. Do you think that this will influence এই যে তোমার স্টোরিটা or পরবর্তী এপিসোডে যারা আসবে, would it influence a viewer or a young entrepreneur to start their journey, and how would that impact Bangladesh overall?
Made in
Sorry,
Bangladesh,
long
definitely.
question.
That's okay. That's sorry. Then a second. So, made in Bangladesh, definitely it has some purpose, and you have come here with a purpose, and it's a noble purpose. What to me is a very noble purpose. So, আমার মতো মানুষের নেই, you're wasting time. To be very honest, I'm really not that. But you need to focus more people who are actually successful and people who actually creates an impact in the society. আমাদের ওই মানুষ যে মানুষগুলো আছে যারা সোসাইটিতে ইম্প্যাক্ট করে তাদেরকে অ্যাপ্রিশিয়েট করা শিখতে হবে। সে ফর এক্সাম্পল, আমি যদি একজন ভালো মানুষ ভালো কিছু কাজ করতেছি ফর হোয়াট আই এম ফেমাস, রিমেম্বার আমি আজকেও একজনকে বলতেছিলাম যে ইফ আই এম সাকসেসফুল, ক্রিটিসিজমের মাধ্যমে সাকসেসটা বাড়ে। যেমন এক্সাম্পল, I have to যেমন আমরা যদি if you talk about a superstar or a star in Bangladesh, in India, in Hollywood, Bollywood, anywhere, so মনে হবে তোমার হচ্ছে কি যে ওই মানুষটা সাকসেস কিভাবে আসে। সো উই আর কামিং ইনটু দ্য থিং দ্যাট ধরো একটা সুপারস্টার, তার কিন্তু 4 মিলিয়ন ফলোয়ার আছে, 10 মিলিয়ন ফলোয়ার আছে, 11 মিলিয়ন ফলোয়ার আছে। ওখান থেকে কিন্তু 9 মিলিয়ন দেখবা তোমাকে হেট করে। দ্যাটস ওয়াই দে লাইক ইউ। So if they like you, they'll follow you more, and they'll you more. So in that way, আমার মনে হয় you need to appreciate the good people in the world. You need to really appreciate the people who are making positive change in the world, and you have to be an ambassador of peace. That's very important. So
Absolutely.
Of course it will help. I think within the time, of course, more people will be coming in, inshallah. We youngsters, I hope I am one. So we'll be taking in a lot of things from the show. We'll be taking in a lot of things from this show, and amar mone hoy manushjon will be very helped from via your show.
Thank you, Nayan. Thank you so much. With that, I think ajke let's finish the conversation. We'll carry on this আমাদের কথাবার্তা, আমাদের discussion offline. If you have any advices, let us know. Thank you again so much. Tomar busy schedule. I know I've kept you off from another meeting, but tomar busy schedule, managing time and doing this show. Hey, I know you'll be running elsewhere. But yeah, thank you again, Nahian. Thank you so much for coming to the Made in Bangladesh show. Any last words to the viewers before I let you off?
Especially for the youngsters, live your life, enjoy your life. Don't make decisions, don't rush into your decisions, because a lot of decisions that you take in your life actually makes you suffer at the end of your life. So take right decision, but take it slow. আস্তে আস্তে করে ডিসিশনটা নেওয়া উচিত আমাদের। এবং জীবনে you need to learn how to enjoy life. That's very important. And be humble, be nice to people. So that gives a positive thing to people.
Thank you, Nahian. Great message to end the show. Thank you so much again. কথা হবে পরে তাহলে তোমার সাথে।
ইনশাআল্লাহ। Thank you very much.
আল্লাহ হাফেজ। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। Bye.
ওয়া আলাইকুম আসসালাম।
Viewers, so that was Salehin F. Nahian, a very successful entrepreneur. তার স্টোরিটা শেয়ার করলো আজকে আমাদের সাথে, his story behind success. So similarly, on the next episode, we'll be speaking to other guests as well. Next episode, আমাদের সাথে আসবে Siniat Ahmed. Now she is completely different. She runs her own how do I call it, development organization. It's called Reach Bangladesh. She works with underprivileged people of Bangladesh. So we'll hear Siniat's story next episode. Please stay tuned, and then please follow our social media pages, Made in Bangladesh Show, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. আপনাদের কোনো কমেন্ট থাকলে প্লিজ let us know. If you have any suggestions, please like our pages, please share our podcast, and দেখা হবে next episode. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.